You're following the conversation. Everything's fine.
Then you miss one word and suddenly you're lost for the next 30 seconds.
Meanwhile, the other person keeps talking like nothing happened.
So now you're trying to catch up while pretending you still understand.
And honestly, that's one of the most exhausting feelings in language learning.
But here's the weird part. The problem usually isn't your English level.
It's the way you've been taught to listen.
Because fluent listeners don't hear every word either.
They just know how to stay in the conversation anyway.
Today, we'll show you the 3 habits that make that possible.
I'm PJ.
I'm Logan.
And this is Easy English with PJ. Here's the part nobody tells you about listening comprehension.
Your brain is not designed to process every word in real time.
Even native speakers don't listen that way.
They predict, they guess, they fill gaps automatically.
But learners often treat every missed word like an emergency.
Which is exactly why they fall behind.
So the goal isn't perfect hearing.
It's staying connected to the conversation even when your understanding is incomplete.
And each habit today trains a different part of that skill. Let me ask you something. When you're listening to English, what are you trying to do?
Understand every word.
Right, and that's exactly why it feels so hard.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because that's not how English actually works, not in real conversations.
Then what are you supposed to do?
Stop trying to hear everything. Just listen for the important words.
What do you mean by important?
The words that carry the meaning, usually nouns and verbs. The key ideas. Everything else just connects them.
So you're saying some words don't really matter?
They matter, but not enough to slow you down.
Can you give me an example?
Here's where it starts to click. Listen. I'm going to go to the store after work.
Okay.
If you try to catch every word, it's a lot. But if you catch the important ones, it becomes go, store, after, work.
That's way easier.
And you still get the idea.
So the goal isn't to hear everything. It's to catch enough.
Exactly. And here's the part most people miss. You're actually not supposed to catch everything.
That feels wrong.
It does. But that's how fluent listeners actually listen. They just grab the meaning and move on.
So the harder you try to hear everything?
The more you fall behind.
Okay, that explains a lot. And one more thing. You're actually supposed to guess?
All the time. Even native speakers do this. They miss something, use what they have, and keep going. Most of the time, they're right.
So it's not about being perfect.
It's about not breaking when you're not perfect.
So how do you actually practice this?
Take a short clip. Play it once. No pausing, no rewinding. Just listen.
Then what?
Play it again. This time, don't try to hear everything. Ask yourself, what are the important words?
So you're filtering.
Exactly. You're training your brain to ignore the noise and catch what matters.
That already feels more doable.
After 2 or 3 listens, it starts to feel easier. You're not chasing every word anymore. You're just catching the message.
Here's a challenge for you. Try that today with a song or a short video. 1 minute. See what you catch.
That's the whole point. Habit 2. How to recover when something goes wrong.
Here's what most people don't realize. Missing a word isn't the real problem. Stopping is.
Think about what actually happens. You're listening. It's going fine. Then there's a gap. One word you don't catch. And most learners stop.
Your brain just shuts down. And now you're back to nodding and hoping nobody asks you anything.
So here's how you get through it. First, notice the gap, but don't treat it like a crisis. That's fine. It happens to everyone.
Then hold on to what you did understand. Before the gap, you got something. That's still yours. Build from there.
Then look at what's around the gap. What's the topic, the tone? Is it a question, a complaint, or a story? You can usually figure it out.
But what if you still can't?
Then ask. Asking again doesn't make you look bad. It shows you're paying attention. What's worse, asking once or nodding through the whole conversation and leaving with nothing?
The phrases for asking again are, "Can you say that again?" Or, "I missed the last part." Totally normal.
The move is to let it go. Note it. Keep moving. You can't rewind real life.
Native speakers don't catch everything either. They just don't stop. They use what's around the gap to fill it in.
There's one more piece. Sometimes your own words come out wrong. And when that happens, you can always say, "Let me put that differently."
And if you're not sure what the person actually means,
Paraphrase back. Say, "So are you saying that?" And take your best guess.
so habit 2 comes down to this. It's not the word you missed, it's the stopping.
Use what you have and ask when you need to. Habits 1 and 2 handle the moment. Habit 3 makes those moments happen less and less. Habit 3, how to train your brain.
This is the one almost nobody does, and it's why they stay stuck.
Habits 1 and 2 are about the moment. This is about what you do between those moments, so they get easier.
So it's deliberate practice.
Right. Here's what you actually want. You want English to start sounding slower, not because people speak slower, because your brain gets faster.
Is that actually possible?
It is, and you don't need years. You just need the right kind of practice.
Start with shadowing. Find a short clip, 10 to 15 seconds. Speak at the same time as the speaker. Don't translate, don't analyze. Just copy the sounds, rhythm, and speed.
That sounds hard.
It is at first, but it forces your mouth and ear to sync up. You're speaking in real time. That's what forces your brain to keep up.
Then go back and focus on stress and rhythm. Where did the speaker speed up? Where did they slow down? Where did their voice rise or drop?
And carry that rhythm into your own speaking. Not the accent, just the pattern.
So it's never about sounding American or British.
Never. It's about rhythm. That's what makes speech sound natural and easier to follow.
This is where people waste months. They watch shows passively.
Passive listening feels productive, but it isn't.
It's like going to the gym and just sitting there scrolling your phone.
Active practice means making decisions while you listen. 10 minutes of shadowing beats 2 hours of passive watching.
Here's something that changes how you hear English. In English, important words get the stress. The smaller words get reduced or blended together.
Right. I am going to go to the store becomes I'm going to go to the store. Whole words just drop out. Native speakers just follow the beat.
That explains so much.
Once you see it, you stop thinking something's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you. You were just listening to the wrong thing.
And in real conversations, while you're building this skill, you don't have to go quiet. Phrases like, right, or yeah, that tracks, keep you present.
So, habit 3, shadow short clips, focus on stress and rhythm, and practice actively.
Over time, English sounds slower. Nothing out there changed, you just got faster. Listener questions. Let's do 3.
First one, I understand everything when someone speaks slowly, but at normal speed, I lose everything. What's wrong with me?
Nothing's wrong. You've just been training on a version of English that doesn't exist in real life.
Find content that's a little faster than comfortable. Not impossible, just outside your range. Then use habit 3, shadow it. Focus on rhythm.
Second question. I do great on tests, but in real conversations, I freeze. Why?
Tests are predictable. Conversations aren't. Real conversations have filler words everywhere. That's real English.
Third question. I get nervous when I don't understand, and then I understand even less. How do I break that cycle?
The way out is one phrase. Sorry, can you say that again? I want to make sure I got it.
Use it. Take a breath and reset. One more thing before we wrap.
Everyone thinks listening is about understanding more.
Isn't it?
Listening isn't about understanding everything. It's about not falling behind when you miss something.
That changes everything.
The best listeners aren't the ones who catch everything.
They're the ones who recover fast.
They miss something and they're right back in.
That's what fluency actually feels like.
Honestly, that's a relief.
Right? It takes the pressure off.
And once you stop chasing perfection,
You start hearing more because you're not freezing anymore. So, 3 habits. Focus on meaning, recover quickly, train actively.
that's it. Simpler than you thought, right?
Exactly. Here's the mindset to leave with.
You're not bad at listening. You've just been practicing it the wrong way.
Next time you miss something, don't panic.
Catch the next idea and keep going.
That's real listening.
I'm Logan.
And I'm PJ. See you in the next one.